Hi, I'm Sophia and welcome to Kitchen Caravan. Today we are cooking some Brazilian dishes with Chef Leticia Schwartz in her kitchen here in Connecticut.
That's right, and we're gonna start with a classic cheese roll called Pao de Queijo, which is really a cheese ball made with Parmesan cheese, Minas cheese, which is like this. Have a taste, Sophia. This is so delicious. It's a cross between a mozzarella from Italy and a feta cheese from Greece, and that's our version. It's called Minas, meaning from the state of Minas Gerais. We're gonna start by mixing together the polvilho doce and polvilho azedo, which really are the manioc starch.
And what's manioc?
They are extracted from the root vegetable, the yucca, and this is salt and baking soda. So we're going to mix together.
And what's the difference between the two of them?
One of them is plain and the other is fermented. The sour manioc starch is really a fermented starch. Then in a different bowl, we're going to mix together some milk, oil, egg yolks, and one egg. Then here we're going to pulse together the two cheeses.
And are there any substitutions we could use for the Minas cheese if we can't find it?
Absolutely. You can use mozzarella or cottage or even feta. Now the only thing that I don't suggest substituting is the manioc starch. Okay. It's really the flour that gives the consistency to the pão de queijo, not the cheese.
And what's that consistency like?
Gooey, delicious. I can't wait until you try it. How about if you help me add the wet ingredients?
Okay.
And then I'll add the butter. It's really addictive.
How often do you make these?
Well, my children eat this every day for breakfast. So can you imagine how often I make this? And then all we do is mix this together. How about if, do you want to start mixing with your hand?
Okay.
So your hands will get very wet, of course, but that's what you're in the kitchen for.
Am I doing it right? Do you want me to knead it?
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, because there is no gluten in here, you don't really need to knead, but what you want to do is bring the batter together, just like Sophia is doing. If it's too sticky, you can let this batter rest in the refrigerator for like 30 minutes. It's going to firm up a little bit and it's going to just be easier to work.
This seems like a great appetizer or something like that.
Absolutely. And the other thing that this recipe is very good is that you can make ahead and just put it in the freezer.
Once they're cooked?
Uncooked. And when you want, just take from the freezer and pop it in the oven. Yeah. It's that easy. So you would freeze at this stage.
And where would we be able to buy flours like the manioc flours?
There are a bunch of Brazilian stores, and even on the internet you can find some places. There are even some Latin markets that might carry also.
Okay.
Put them in a hot oven for 12 to 15 minutes or until golden brown. Okay, so now let's check how is our pão de queijo. Ooh, look at these beauty.
They look so yummy.
Now try some. Look at this gooey texture. This is so delicious. In your mouth, it's like just
So here you have your pão de queijo, or your cheese balls. Now it's your turn to try this at home and keep on cooking with Kitchen Caravan. I love this.